Oh, there are so many wonderful things. Oh my gosh. So, so nice. And no one knew she was going to go up there, but she did. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Jennifer Glatzhofer, but you can call me Jen. I'm a musical theatre performer and a voice teacher. And today I will be doing something that I have seen. People have DM'd me, emailed me, messaged me, left comments in the comment section, so I need to address it. So today I will be reacting to and analysing Putri Ariani receiving the Golden Buzzer at America's Got Talent 2023. This happened not long ago and I'm really excited. I saw a little clip of it pop up on TikTok and I thought, sometimes when like a singing video pops up, I'm like, I don't know if I'm meant to be reacting to this. So I get really scared because I don't want to I don't want to have seen it already. But then I started seeing all the comments come in and I thought, right, good decision, Jen. I think this is something I should react to. But before we get to that part of the video, I just need to remind you that this is a reaction and an analysis video, so I will be pausing and talking about the vocals along the way. So if you aren't a fan of that sort of thing, then I can completely understand why it's going to be an annoying thing. So you feel free to click off, but otherwise, stick around. How cool is that? It's my play button for now. My mum made it. One more thing before we get to the main part of the video. If you haven't checked out my new single, I'm Not a Fan, then please do. It's on all major streaming platforms. I'm Not a Fan under Jennifer Glatzhofer. Thank you so much to those of you who have listened and sent me lovely, lovely messages. Right, hit that subscribe button and the bell button, and let's get to it. Right, so there is about, I'm on 2 minutes 25 of the video of a 12-minute and 57 video. I see in the description it says Simon Cowell goes on stage to ask for a second song, so there are going to be 2 songs coming up. I have listened to and watched the beginning first 2 minutes. It's really, really lovely. It talks about how you know, when Putri's singing, she feels like a superstar and she doesn't want people just to see her for her disability, which is that, you know, she's blind. She wants to see people, she wants people to hear and see her for her music. It's so sweet. She's such a positive light. So do go and watch the full thing. Don't just watch the singing, like watch her, but I'm not going to pop it in here just purely because I'm going to focus on the singing, but I have watched that. And I love that they checked if everything was all right with her with the keys and the mic being the right distance, because those things are really important. Those things are important. Anyway, let's go.
Bright eyes, we together in this love. Promise we'll forever.
Oh my gosh.
And now you left me alone, 'cause you'll find someone better. You went that way with her. And one thing I know.
Ooh, there are so many wonderful things. Oh my gosh. I mean, wow. What's really beautiful, first thing that I noticed before she even opened her mouth to sing, was there was an exhale of breath. Like you could see everything just kind of, so she's kind of resetting and recharging. She's not holding, like, you know, you're holding a lot of nerves when you go onto a talent show or whenever you're going to go and perform. You're excited, you're holding a lot of emotion, a lot of nerves. What can happen then is we feel really tight, right? And we're like, so if we're going to sing, like, from that same nerves and breath, what might come out is also going to be like a very tense feeling. So what Putri is doing, she's just releasing and then just taking the appropriate amount of breath, just letting that stomach expand, get that breath back. She's sitting down as well, playing the keys, really, really still, but I just love that. It was really, really subtle, but it was very well done. Then let's just talk about the voice, because wow, it's so, what with her being so still, it's very it's very captivating and mesmerizing to watch. And listen, there's lovely like yodel flips in her voice, which means that she's going from a clear vocal fold closure, that clear closure, and then it kind of flips and we get this falsetto and breath come through, so the vocal folds aren't closing all the way when they vibrate. Let me go to it because wow. But first let's just see that exhale moment. Did you see how that?
I remember
Yeah, so nice. Yeah, on the A flat 4 there. But she starts this whole phrase really, really breath led. Ha, 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 remember. I think it's I remember. So ha, she adds an aspirate onset. Ha, remember. And she keeps this throughout. Then on the word voices is where she actually gains a little bit more of of resistance in her vocal folds to get a little bit more clarity. So that then that flip on the word voices is even more noticeable. It's so good. Listen for the difference.
You love your voice and your bright eyes. We together in this love. Promise we'll forever.
Oh my God. And she's keeping this kind of love forever. She's keeping it quite smiley and small, not dropping that jaw. Love and creating a darker kind of feel with the vowel. Love. She's keeping it quite tiny.
Your bright eyes, we together in this love.
Ooh.
Promise we'll forever.
Oh my gosh.
And now you left me alone.
She's getting a little bit more of a vocal fold closure here, but there's also that another aspirate onset, right? She's kind of like holding in a cry. And when we cry, what's happening is the that wah sound, the thyroid cartilage is tilting forward, so we're allowing those vocal folds to stretch out as we ascend in pitch as well, but it also means that we are getting resistance in the vocal folds, so she's kind of letting that be the guide through.
And now you left me alone, 'cause you'll find someone better. You went that way with her, and one thing
slight flip on one thing.
That way with her, and one thing I know.
That vibrato.
You break my heart, break my hope, make me so down in loneliness. You left me when I did.
Right, beautifully. Oh my gosh, it's such a beautiful B4 up there, and it's like that's a tricky area because it's going straight through the first passage, which is the kind of flipping point. If you've ever experienced, if you're going ahead and singing, and that happens, it's because we are either wanting it. Well, we either want it to like reach up with our thick folds, like strain, or that Tarzan effect flip comes through. Putri isn't doing that. We can clearly hear it's effortless, seamlessly through the transitions. She is mixing here. It's lovely. She's not being too heavy with that weight of the thick folds, and she's softening up. And I think that's a lot of that cry as well, because again, when we include a little bit of that cry, we're going to lighten that sound, but the vocal folds are still resisted. And also what's really beautiful here is that she isn't singing through the diphthong, so that my heart section, she flips up and we hear a lot of that falsetto breath quality come through. The way she switches through registers is stunning.
And one thing I know, you break my heart, break my hope, make me so down in loneliness.
Here. She's playing with the mixed balance here. Oh, that was really interesting. She's showing us really lovely styles with vibrato, but here, third, she holds on to this third, on the B3, but third, she holds on to it, but she's straight tone. So it just makes that vibrato at the very end of that phrase even more, it stands out even more. Oh my gosh. But she's only sung for like not even a minute, and there's like so many different registers and qualities that we've heard.
You are my best friend, being my prince, but I was wrong.
I was going to say she's opening her mouth a lot more, but notice on wrong, which is a C sharp now. So, and again, she's maintaining a lovely mix quality, the mix of our like chest voice, thick fold qualities and head voice, thin fold qualities kind of mix. And there doesn't have to be one mix. But she's lighting up. You can hear it's a lot thinner than if she was to be like like reach up with her thick folds. But this is way more sustainable what she's doing, and she's sat down. Oh, it's so good. But she's she's actually keeping it quite small. For her, she has way more control doing that. And Putri's choosing to do that because she feels like she has more control doing that. If you feel like would give a different quality, or you feel like that would you'd feel a lot more comfortable doing that, go for that. I would always say more narrow. It allows us to have a little bit more control over it, rather than as soon as we open too much, then we're spreading and like reaching. That's why she's gone for a
But I was so wrong.
So here.
Oh baby, you changed your pain into the
We're up there. B5. And the reason why I started actually so low, I started an F sharp. It's a B5. The reason why I started so low is because she's still holding a lot of that depth. It's not just like up in the gods, like up in our head voice, pure head voice. It's head dominant mix for sure, but it's a mix because we've got that kind of pull and depth to it. It's not, you can hear a lot of that twang in there as well, just to brighten that sound. And like, the reason why her mix is so, and she can play around with different balances, is because she's got such a strong, developed head voice, which we can hear here as well. Oh my gosh, it's so smooth. I mean, you can already tell how this is, we know she's going to get a golden buzzer. And we can already see why. We're seeing all of the reasons as to why. I love it. I love the cry you can hear in her voice. More chest dominant. Starts to change. Really thinning out. Changes quality as well. Look at that tongue.
You break my heart, break my heart, make me so down and loneliness.
This is stunning. Again, she's brought a really like breathy approach to this phrase. She's now just playing a little bit more louder on the piano, which is, it's kind of telling me that she's probably going to get a little bit more forte here, a little bit more louder dynamically. So it's good that she's kind of done the opposite here to build us that into this next section. I love that break in her voice.
You break my heart, break my home, make me so down in a loneliness.
She is like, I love all these riffs and run. Oh, it's so good. Here, she did something different here as well. Break my heart, you break my heart, my. Okay, it's just a B flat semitone, sorry. She's, again, staying my heart, not my. So she's keeping open on the ma heart. Again, so we're on the more open part of the diphthong to get the best open sound that she can. And she's a bit more in a thicker folds here, right? Way more chest dominant than before that flip. But the second phrase, she still did flip, different to the other one where it went more falsetto. Here she just flipped into a different sort of quality of a mix. Cool.
You break my
Love that connection.
heart, break my home,
Home, sorry.
make me so down in a
You hear a little bit of a flip.
loneliness.
And that little run. Na, na. I love that she goes down with her mouth, not na, like reaching for it. It's so, like, she's not once done this. And she's sitting, hitting all these notes. All she's doing is, like, her face isn't moving anywhere. 17 years, oh my gosh. Her voice is still developing. Her voice is still developing. And she sounds like this. So what's going to happen next year? And the year after that?
Me so down in a loneliness.
I love the pitch.
You let me when I'm in love. I was so wrong.
Right, F sharp there. Sorry, I stopped because otherwise I'm going to forget about what I wanted to say. I love, sometimes the tongue can get really involved. If you ever feel like, why is the sound a bit swallowing? Maybe the tongue's just like gone back a little bit, or we're kind of like talking like, right, and it just wants to get involved. Here, to help Putri even more. She's kind of, there's a little kick forward, and that's great because she's sending that voice forward. The energy's going forward. She wants that. That's where it best feels for her. She is in a lovely chest dominant mix here. She is really getting a lovely, she's playing around with the balances.
Make me so down in a loneliness.
I love that grab. Love, yeah. That run up was really beautiful as well. Nah, where did she start? C sharp. She actually starts very chest dominant here, as opposed to last time that she was in a C sharp, was a bit more in a balanced mix, if not more, a bit more head dominant. She's got a lot more of a thick fold kind of quality here. Really resisting. As she shoots up to the F sharp, it's a lot more thin, and you can kind of, she's like changing the shape of her mouth ever so slightly just to get that, but it's still, when we hear it, it's still so smooth, but the resonance is just a little bit, oh, it's so good. Okay. And vibrato.
Oh, yes!
Do I fall in you?
Lovely return to breath. So good. So good. Oh, he's going up. What's she going to say? Oh.
This is amazing! Putri have us up in a song? Yeah.
Because I want to hear more. I haven't heard.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Putri said that she feels like a superstar when she's singing, so of course she's going to say yes to a second song. I do not blame her. Let's go. And she's playing the keys as well. I just had a realization that obviously we were just focusing on her voice just then, but she's accompanying herself. Like, it's obvious because we're watching her, but like, you just had, wow, the talent. So...
What I gotta do to make you love me? What I gotta do to make you care? What do I do when lightning strikes me?
I loved her phrasing in that sentence. But again, she's approaching this with a lot of like breath and aspirate onsets. Really, really lovely. It's just a great way to show like light and shade. So starting very light and just vulnerability. It's a great technique to have. Like if we were just to sing everything straight and vocal fold closure, which I'm very guilty of. That's what I used to do a lot of. It could get quite boring, right? Well, I've heard this before. Whereas now she's like proving that, it's showing this. It's really lovely. But listen to this phrasing. I can't even remember the lightning.
What do I do when lightning strikes me?
So, what would it make you do? The do is very. She's getting full vocal fold closure on that one specific word. Then lightning, light. It's really spoken like, whisper like, lightning. So she's telling us a story. It's not just singing. She's a storyteller. It's more of, I could talk about this for a very long time, but it's going to be a very long video. So let's keep going. But I love the thought process through that phrasing so much.
What do I do when lightning strikes me?
My vibrato.
And I wake to find that you're not there.
Good, different. We had a glottal onset there, and rather than han, we're so used to hearing her. So again, she's just changed it up for us. Why not? Just show us something else.
And I wake to find that you're not there.
A slight little sob there as well.
What I gotta do to make you want me?
I'm stopping after every single line. I do know this, and I said this was a long video. Do She's not do, would be too pure of a sound. Do maintains this consistent air vowel that we spoke about earlier. She's still got it here. She likes, when she's like being a little bit more softer and quieter, she's maintaining an air vowel throughout. Not all the time, but that as a base, she kind of likes to return to that sort of do, like spread kind of placement. What else did she do just there?
Make you want me.
Me, yeah. She opens up to the yeah. There's just so much moan and that connection. Right, I'm gonna try and just listen.
I love voice.
What I gotta do to make you want me? What I gotta do to be heard?
Dude, did you notice that change?
Why do I say when it's all over, baby?
Yeah.
Sorry seems to be the hardest word.
She's just making it seem so easy, but she's also choosing great tools to make it easier for her. These are like great things that she's doing, and she, like I said, you could easily just sing this and be la 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 done. But be the hardest heart. She's again staying on the open vowel part more rather than hard it and like close it hard. She's keeping it lovely and open. Oh,
Yeah.
I love that growl as well earlier.
Seems to be the hardest
Sorry, I went the wrong word.
word.
Wrong note.
It's sad, so sad. It's a sad, sad situation.
She was on E flat there. It's a sad, and she had so much of a chest dominant connection there. Again, it's like da 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 da. She's just like singing it. We're like, cool. But when you actually go down to what note she is and where she is in her range, oh my gosh! And that growl again, love it. It's bringing her own style to these songs. She sounds just like she did in the first song, but she's bringing us something different to this as well, which is just beautiful.
It's sad, so sad. It's a sad, sad situation. And it's getting more and more absurd.
She just feels
Yes, she does.
It's sad, so sad. Why can't we talk it over? Oh, it seems to me.
Did we hear that blues note? I loved it. Love. Yeah, it's just going back to that sad, very sad. It's a bit more air vowel in there, just to narrow that again. Heaps of twang in there to make that just feel resonant and just ping up there. I love the control in her dynamic, like, you know, dynamics. Just diminuendo there. It's so lovely. Crescendo, sorry. Yeah.
Sorry seems to be the hardest word.
And then she just, I love that silence after it. And then she just shocks us with that. Up on a G5, wow. And it's still, you can hear how thin it is, right? It's lost a little bit of that bass kind of depth, but it's still got that because we're still in the mix, but we're very much more, a bit more head dominant in there. But wow, I just want to go back to that on the B flat. She kind of like, she slowly opens it ever so slightly, then returns back to this, which is just interesting. And it kind of goes like, where are we going to go? And no one knew she was going to go up there, but she did.
Sorry seems to be
No backing as well. You got to tie that dip. and that cry at the end. But I love that she did that whole thing. She wasn't playing the piano. She just continued feeling that. Oh my gosh. Wow.
Putri, how do you feel?
I feel so excited. I can't believe it. Actually, I can't be here now.
It was amazing.
Thank you.
We're all mesmerized by you. Your voice, you're an angel.
Thank you so much.
Oh, all these comments. But like, it just, you know, like I said earlier, she just said like singing makes her feel like a superstar. She wants people to hear her for her voice. And what a powerful moment for her. Like, I can't imagine what she's feeling other than just like pure joy and excitement, like she said.
Actually, the very first song that you sang, like how you switch from your chest voice to your head voice, like
That's
how
my-
you... Sorry?
Yeah, that's my original song.
Oh,
Thank
wow.
you.
That's even more amazing.
That's her original song. Also, I love chest voice, head voice. But that's her original song. Oh my gosh.
You have a kind of a glow about you. And
This is very, very emotional. It's just a lot. And okay.
I don't know whether this is going to make a difference or not. However,
He's standing up.
Amazing. You are, I think, one of the best singers we've ever had on our show.
My camera did just overheat, so I had to wait a while. That's how long this video was. But wow, that was so, so lovely. I mean, I've said a lot in this video. I hope you learned a thing or two along the way. There were lots to talk about because her voice is just stunning, and I can't wait to see what else Putri's going to do within America's Got Talent, but also just beyond. Is her song on Spotify? I want to go listen to it because that was beautiful. Thank you very much for watching this reaction and analysis video. If you did enjoy it, please go ahead and click that subscribe button, the bell button, and the thumbs up button. Do go over and check me out on Patreon if you did enjoy what I do over here. And make sure you go and listen to I'm Not a Fan, my new single. It's out on Spotify. You can also watch I'm Not a Fan, the music video, on my YouTube channel as well. And if you do enjoy that and like the sound, like the sort of style, we are working on a full album and I have a GoFundMe link in the description below, so if you want to go and support that, there are lots of fun goodies as well that we can be giving out, so please do consider checking that out as well. I will see you very soon for another reaction and analysis video.